I was 11 years old, standing in the kitchen doing dishes the old-fashioned way, arms deep in dirty dishwater. My dad was standing off in the kitchen doorway with a friend of his, a couple of men in their late 40s. And the friend said to my dad, "I like this one. She's a good worker. Promise me you'll save her for me." And my dad said, "Oh, I'm sure that can be arranged." And they walked away, patting each other on the back. I stood there frozen, knowing that my life was over. You see, I grew up in a polygamist doomsday cult in Montana. And it wasn't unusual for girls to get married as young as 14 years old. I managed to escape that fate. By the time I was 17, I felt broken. I had been molested, raped, beaten, forced to drop out of high school, and I had no reason to live. So one morning, not long after my 17th birthday, I walked up to this cliffside, looked out over the valley below at this cult that I grew up in, and I was done. I was finished with life. So I stepped out there on the edge and I spread my wings for a swan dive into the rocks below. And then I heard a voice, my voice, of course, that said, "What if everything you've ever been told about everything is a lie? What if there's a better life waiting for you out there?" That was enough for me to stop and step back and think. It actually reminded me of something that happened when I was 4 years old. I stumbled across a magazine, and in that magazine there were pictures of beautiful women from the outside world, and I had said to myself, when I grow up, I want to be like those women, not like the women around me. I wanted to be a lady, and I wanted to go places. And so instead of jumping off the cliff, I decided to run away. And so not long after that, I had the opportunity to jump in the back seat of a car, and I drove off into the night and got dropped off in the heart of Salt Lake City with no money, no education, no friends, no social skills. But I had two things. I had a resilient spirit they could not break, and boy, did they try. And I had the dream of a better life. And I was going to go out on my adventure of discovery and explore the world I'd seen in encyclopedias in my parents' hallway. And that's exactly what I did. I went on an adventure of self-discovery. I went on exploring all over the country in search of myself, in search of my happiness. And I discovered the extraordinary world out there that I had told the people in the outside world would try to steal my soul. But I found me. I discovered that life is an adventure of discovery. And I got to travel the world, and now I get to teach leaders like you how to live a life of discovery, how to unwind the traumas of your past and reverse engineer your future, and to explore the extraordinary experience of life. Because you know what? Life is an adventure, and all of you are meant to enjoy the ride.
All right.